Hey, welcome to Read Between the Soul Signs.
We're so glad y'all joined.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about Brittany. Was she not amazing?
Oh my God. Last episode was my favorite so far.
Yep.
And I have a feeling she'll be back.
Yeah. Just keep your eyes open, guys.
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
She was amazing. So, I kind of wanted to touch base on kids and stuff, like the different stages of kids, because I feel we're so different. You raising girls and me raising boys.
Yeah.
Mine was more like a gangster type deal.
You had the gangster. I was trying to raise ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like I had to be the thug to try to get them to listen.
Well, I think it's funny because there's a lot of times we talk about our kids and when they were little, and I'm like, I get a little bit of a, oh God, she said that, but it is different. Boys and girls are different.
Yeah,
totally different.
Very, very different. They are. So they're different. I can remember with having boys, when they're young. With a girl, you're panicked if they fall down or whatever, or you don't want to leave them too much, with too much by themselves or whatever, and stuff like that. Girls, you could trust by yourself. Boys, no.
Well, okay. So when my girls were little, they started dance at 2 and 3, and I remember we got to go watch the dress rehearsals at the dance before. And especially when they were really tiny, you had to be there the whole time for dance rehearsal because, you couldn't just send, when they got to be bigger, you could drop them off and they could do their thing and you can come pick them up. But I remember sitting in the audience when Carly, my oldest, was little. We were watching the dress rehearsal for recital. It used to be held at Airline High School's auditorium. And there was a lady in front of us who had a senior. And so it was a big deal. It was Vicky's School of Dance, shout out. And you dance there, and the oldest you can dance there is a senior in high school. Right. And so it was a big, big deal. And all the little girls looked up to the big girls, and especially the seniors. And the seniors, it was their recital, basically. The little girls were just fillers. But we saw this one mom, and she's got all these costumes, and she's flipping them back and forth over these seats and these buckets and all these things. And we were like, how many dances is her kid in? And so I don't remember if I said something or at the time my husband said something to her about that's a lot, or wow, does she have time for anything else? She goes, oh, well, she doesn't have time to get in trouble. And we were like,
That was one thing that we did too. Sports,
that is a good point.
Sports kept them out of trouble.
Yeah,
it did. We always said sports would keep them out of trouble. It's just
We tried softball one year with softball for Carly, and it was
I do not see your girls play
t-ball for Avery.
I could see
one year. Oh no, ma'am.
Yeah, I could see.
No, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot.
Yeah. So my boys, they played ball their whole life. From 3 years old.
I just got introduced to ball life with grandparents.
Those parents are nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, because one of our granddaughters plays softball.
Yeah.
So
ball life's different. Yeah. So I would definitely say, with boys, they were trying. And me, I don't know, because I was raised with nothing but boys. Literally. So
well, I was too, because I'm the oldest and I have two brothers, but we didn't do extracurricular stuff.
So, raising kids, let's just say this. I have so many people ask me, because we've already been through it all. We've gone from toddler session, dear God, that was the funnest, because they say the greatest things ever.
Yeah.
I can tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
That's some funny stuff.
Yeah.
But then, then you go to prepubescent. Ugh. That's, you go through your phases. I know myself, in my prepubescent stage, my mom had pictures, and only a mother could have loved me.
Oh, same. I was ugly.
It was awful. My teeth looked like a...
Listen,
so bad.
At our
so bad.
10, 11, 12, 13-year-old selves, we didn't self-care.
That didn't
we
exist.
We did not have skincare routines at that age back in the 80s. And
it was sea breeze. You put sea
breeze if you had that, or Noxzema.
Yeah, Noxzema.
Oil of Olay. I remember sneaking my mom's bottle of oil of Olay because I loved the way it smelled.
Yeah. My grandmother had that.
And then I dated a guy in high school. He was my first boyfriend in high school. And I remember thinking he smelled familiar, like if we hugged or something. And then it came out that he told me finally that his mom told him to use oil of Olay on his face after he shaved.
Okay.
So to this day, I think of my mom and him.
You're like, we have to break up. You smell like my mother.
No, his skin was the smooth that yeah. I don't really want to know.
No,
Just it's curious.
It's so funny. Like every age group with children has been so like different. Especially with girls and boys. It was just like. Then you get into teenagers, and of course that's why hamsters eat their young, is because of teenagers. Like, teenagers are horrible creatures. Sorry if you're a teenager and you're raising one. It will get better. Maybe.
It does get better.
It
does.
I mean, my kids were fun and they were cool, but you catch those waves of testosterone, and boy, you wanted to square up. It was like,
but you could square up with testosterone. You can't square up with estrogen.
Estrogen's too much.
Yeah.
Too much emotion. Too much. It's way too much emotion.
So there was a period of time where, and sadly for my children, I feel like when she was going through her peak estrogen levels of her life, we were going through a divorce.
Oh, God.
And so she had all that on top of that. And then Avery was prepubescent in divorce.
Yeah.
And so it has been a journey.
Yeah, that's a lot. My kids were only 7 and 5. They were fine.
Yeah, they were older, and Carly was in high school, and then so that it was hard. It was hard because they are emotional little beings.
Yeah.
And but Carly is a lot like me in the fact that if she's upset, she gets mad.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and so we butted heads a lot during that time. Even before the divorce, we butted heads, but it was because she was trying to figure out her emotions and her hormones, and she couldn't figure out how to express it. And I'm over there looking at her like, "What? What did I do? Like, what did I do? I did nothing but say, come to dinner.'
I'm gonna tell you,
So
boys they think that girls are emotional. Boys can be emotional too. When those things drop, it tugs on their brains, and the blood circulation does not flow through their head, and it doesn't until they're like 50, 55.
So
seriously, it's like they can't complete.
The funny thing is that Carly is very well aware that humans' brains do not fully develop till they're 25. Someone told her that, or she read it in a textbook or something so long way, and she has clung to that cross that you are not mature until you are 25. So she just doesn't. She's 20. She'll be 24 this year, and she doesn't think she can make a life decision.
Actually, girls are done. It's the boys that don't do till they're 20.
More than a lot of other, yeah.
So, like trying to give them life lessons when they were young. I had a mom call me the other day, and her son is turning 13. And you literally, as a mother of boys, you wake up in the morning and you have that night, mom. Good night, son. They wake up and they just Mom. It changes that fast. What happened overnight?
That's hilarious.
And this is the truth. And this happened to this person's child too, because I was talking to her on the phone, like literally a week ahead. Yeah. And then I was like, who the heck is that?
Yeah.
And she was like, that's him.
Well,
That's him.
I kind of get that with some of my friends' sons and my nephews. I have all nephews and one niece. And I can see it. My two older nephews for sure. I feel like that it was. I don't see them every day, so for me it seemed overnight. Yeah, but like, yeah.
And then I will tell you a story. This is hilarious. Okay, so we've got 2 teenage boys at this time, and we go into Bath and Body Works, and there's this sweet guy there, and bless his heart. Like everything in your house when you have athlete boys smells like feet and ass. That's the best way to put it. That's the honest to God.
I understand what you're saying, but girls do go through that.
Yeah,
because
they do.
Especially if they're dancers, them dance feet, I would tell them, do not take those shoes off in the car on the way home.
Oh, girl.
They
would get wet playing baseball, and all of them would strip down to those sliding shorts, and I'd be like, the whole way home, like from Lake Charles. We're riding, and I always had a Suburban full. There was always 8 or 9 with.
We'd not have to stop at a
oh, girl, it was like Febreze. I'd be
truck
like,
stop and use
need
the
to fix
shower.
That. Y'all got some stuff happening there. I don't know what it is, but you all wear size 15 shoes, and it's just not cutting it. But I will say that we go into the Bath and Body Works, and my husband, at this point, we had picked up all these just dirty clothes constantly. In our laundry room, you could smell those dirty baseball uniforms as you passed, but it was every night was baseball switch, and it was just ridiculous. It was so dumb when I look back at it. But so we would pass there and go, and he was the guy at Bath and Body Works looks, and he goes, "Are you looking for a certain smell?" And my husband says, "They seem to like foot and ass." I mean, I don't know. And bless his heart, he never misses a beat. The little guy goes, "We don't carry that." And my sons look at him and they're like, "Oh God, wow!" He didn't get it. Was, and that was really what everything smelled like for probably 10 years. Yeah.
Well, thank God. Yeah.
Girls.
Yeah.
Girls are easier when it comes to that.
Yeah, but we have shampoo and detangler.
Oh, we had Axe body spray. They were in the Axe body spray era. And I'm like,
but honestly,
smell like sweaty.
I'm thankful that I raised my girls when I did, because just fast forward, I mean, it wasn't that long ago that they were.
They that, but I mean,
it wasn't that long ago, and now, like, we have my husband. You know, his 6 grandkids. We've talked about that, and our oldest granddaughter is 13, and her little sister is 9. And they are all into the skincare and the,
I did notice that, because
like the last 2 years, Landry's Christmas list has been nothing but skincare. So last year, her little sister was turning 9. Both their birthdays are in December. And so I asked them for a Christmas list. And so the little sister's list was pretty much the same as big sister's. And it was all makeup and all this stuff. And so I looked at her list, and I had her beside me. I said, "Girl," I said, "what you need this foundation?" And it was like foundation that we would wear, because it's like for anti-aging foundation or whatever. And she said, "Well, I'm getting at that age."
Sweet baby.
I was like, "You fixing to be 9? What age?
What age? Girl, you don't have any cracks for it to
Yes, she grabbed her. She said, "Well,
I'm getting at that age."
But the way she put her hand on my shoulder, sis, let me tell you something.
That's so weird. I think it's cool though to see. I'll keep all moms encouraged, because it does get better. I promise.
It does.
Come over the hump, my oldest son, we were so much alike. It was like we could butt heads. Oldest son and I,
but the thing is, I can see myself in both my children. My children are night and day.
Oh, mine too.
But there are things that my oldest and I are a whole lot alike, and there are things that my youngest and I are a lot alike.
Yeah, it's the same with us too. My oldest is very headstrong like me.
Yes.
He's very both my youngest is too, but he's not as headstrong as my oldest one. My oldest one is very headstrong. He's very driven. My youngest one is more like, hey, whatever, we're just going to go with the flow of this.
Yeah.
But I will say my oldest, with these grandbabies, my favorite thing, I think, is when they start having children and they're like, "I'm never going to do that." The first thing that you do as a parent is
what you said you never did. Yeah.
You never say 100%. "I never," or "my child will never."
Yeah.
Because the minute you say "my child will never," that
child is doing it. Yes.
Yes. As you said.
That's it.
So I loved watching that. And then now it's changed around, and, it makes you laugh as a grandparent, because my oldest son got exactly what he deserved in my granddaughter. I prayed for her. Her little beautiful, gorgeous,
and she's gorgeous,
red-headed baby. She is stunningly
precious,
beautiful, and she is him as a woman. I am so excited. God, I prayed.
Think she'll be a welder?
Huh? Oh, I think she's going to take a welder out is what she's going to do.
She's like her Momo.
Yeah, she
her Momo would be,
Yeah, she's tough as nails. Like she says when we take her to the store and don't get her what she wants. Help me. She screams it. She's 18 months old.
She's so funny. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah.
She's 18 months.
Yeah. So I have one that's does not have the motherly instinct, and one that does have the motherly instinct. He has kids, so he's kind of has to be fatherly.
So Brayden has always loved kids. My oldest son, he has always loved kids. He's always been great with my nieces and nephews. He's always he's always been the favorite cousin.
Yeah.
Always, because he's the oldest. He's like me. He's the oldest grandchild, first grandchild, all that good stuff. So my youngest, he is the baby. He is mama's baby. He is.
And see, mine's reversed.
Yeah.
My oldest yes, she loves kids, but she don't care to touch them.
Yeah, that's how my youngest is. He doesn't care.
But my youngest is very motherly. When she was little, she would line her baby dolls up at night and tuck them in and kiss them on their heads. And then she'd come home from school and want to play school, and she'd have her baby doll sitting up in her room. She mimicked the teacher. I'm really shocked that she didn't go into being a teacher, because she played teacher so much.
Yeah.
But I caught her, and I have a video somewhere. I don't know where it is, and I won't share it with the world. But I like, the door was cracked, and I like, it was her teaching to her baby dolls, her class, and she was like, "You see this permission slip? It has to be signed before you can go on the field trip."
That's so funny.
And it was hilarious. And so at the time, her teacher and I were friends, and I'm like, "Does this look familiar?" And she's like, "Oh yeah."
Girl, like my boys, it was just constant. Like they had all different Power Wheels because they were the first 2 grandbabies. So they had like, I mean, it literally looked like a car lot in my backyard. It had poor Kate, his Jeep, like the whole front end was hanging off. It had the Harley, the truck, and then the John Deere. And finally, I just told Kate, just ride with your brother, baby.
Oh, that's
bless
funny.
Him, he'd be in the fence. We couldn't get him out. So I knew their personalities were going to be so different then. So it was very hard. And as any of y'all, if y'all are new moms, you know, when I had Braden, he was so easy. He was an easy baby. And he talked clearly at 12 months old. Like he could have a conversation.
Yeah,
like
both
you
my girls could talk very young. Yeah.
Then I had Kate, and Kate could talk early too, but I had Kate, but he screamed all the time. And like Jimmy Davis Bridge looked very promising to me a lot of times. I'm not going to lie. It was very stressful. I got down to 92 pounds.
Oh, bless it.
Sometimes he would let nobody touch him but me or my mother or my grandmother.
Oh, wow.
And my grandmother, the sweet little Cajun woman that she was with her 22.5-foot long cigarette, would be like, "Hand him here, Sha."
Yeah.
And she'd be like, and just popping. I was like, oh my gosh, with the cigarette hanging out of her mouth. And I'm like, what if what's wrong with him? His lungs. Like,
no.
Like, he's going to die.
Well,
and I wanted 4, and he stopped that quick. He knew he wanted to be the baby.
Yeah. Well, so honestly, Carly she had colic.
Oh, God.
She had regurg. I didn't sleep. She didn't sleep. Her daddy worked a lot. I remember she was just a couple of weeks old, but I had not recovered from having her.
Right.
Because I'm sleep deprived, and I'm tired. And he's just like, "Oh my God, I got this family." And he's like an overload trying to work. Yeah. And so he came home from work, like after it was late. She was finally asleep. And he goes to get in the shower, and I'm sitting on the edge of the bed, and he's like, "What is wrong?" And I'm like, I'm spent. And he's like, "Well, when I go to the shower, like, you're off duty." Yeah. His phone rang, and it was work, and he had to go back. And I said, "I'm telling you right now, I did not sign up to do this by myself."
Yeah.
He called his mom.
Yeah, come help.
And she came to help, and she was a godsend. And then when my youngest daughter came along, it was a total opposite. She slept all night. It was so much easier. But I also think when you have your second one, you are a little more relaxed. But my aunt told me when I got pregnant with Avery, she was like, "Okay, all I'm going to say is 1 is like none, 2 is like 10.
Yeah.
And she's right. So right in their back. But you're, like ours, yeah. It's a lot.
1 day apart.
Yeah.
Mine are literally their birthdays.
And getting ready for church.
Yeah, it was so much. But I will say that with the screaming baby, it does get better. Mm-hmm. And God makes them cute for a reason.
Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite age is like with ages, from 2 to 6.
Yes, the cutest, funniest, most innocent age is the toddler to 6-year-old.
I love it. Yeah. Mama, I was like, "Where'd he go, Wesley?" I'll ask him over and over again. I don't know. It disappeared.
It disappeared. Yeah.
And we make him say it over and over. And Brayden,
so Avery's word was disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Brayden
she didn't like chocolate.
Dickless.
Instead
of ridiculous, he was like, "Mom, Dad is being absolutely dickless," and I was like, "Couldn't agree more, baby.
Couldn't agree more." Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. I love God. My aunt would laugh at him. Like, my Aunt Ginger helped me a whole lot with my mom living out of town. My Aunt Ginger was a godsend. She was hilarious.
Yeah.
You know? She would set Braden on the counter, and Braden was this fat baby, and he had this red hair, and she would call him fat bastard. And she'd put him on the counter and go, "Get in my belly." And she could get him to eat anything. Like, that's what got him eating everything. And Braden's not a picky eater. I was like, maybe I should have done that to Cade. Kate didn't eat anything.
It's hard to raise your children, and in especially this day and age where they have access to so much more even than what our kids did. But I remember trying to like not give in to giving them a phone and the tablets and all that too soon and too early, because I was so afraid that they're going to access this and they're going to see all these things that's going to change them, and like, because it's changing,
they learn stuff a lot younger.
Yeah.
It was like,
so I monitored. I was the mom that did monitor what they watched, and I did want to raise my children in church, and so I feel like I did that part right. I laid the foundation, and all of that. But I did not let them watch Nickelodeon, and I hated SpongeBob. Really still don't like SpongeBob. I know, Adley's face.
My kids love SpongeBob.
I don't know what it is. And I just hated SpongeBob. So I didn't ever let them watch it. Well, then Carly gets into college. And she's like, Mom, you did me such a disservice by not letting me watch SpongeBob. I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, I don't get the jokes. I don't get the jokes of my friends. And they're like,
I'm ready. Yep.
Yeah. And she's like, what are you talking about? And they're like, SpongeBob. And she's like, my mom didn't let me watch that. And she's like, she has like just never recovered from SpongeBob. And I'm like, well, you watch all you want now. You're old enough. I didn't let them watch SpongeBob. So that was like, did you do any of that? No.
Like, so
even with your dad being a preacher, like you didn't have anything that you like.
Look, I was so upset over my dad burning my Eazy-E and Snoop Dogg CDs that I was like, they're gonna do what they want. No, seriously. No, they had a lot of rules. They did. Now I was more dead set against like, drinking and driving.
Oh yeah, for
stuff
sure.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like when it came to watching stuff, of course I didn't let them watch rated R stuff or anything like
Yeah.
that. But think about it, when we were young, we were watching Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Well, I didn't have cable.
You and my husband both. Like my mother was a cable freak. Gail,
we could where we lived. Where we lived, we were the only house on the long street, but we had 5 acres, so our house was a good bit away from the other, and the road did this weird squirrely thing that they didn't run the. Well, this is what Mom told us anyway. She could have told us this because they don't pay for cable.
They probably did.
But
you're probably right. I mean,
cable stops down there at the Williams house, and because the Williams did. The Williams lived down the street from us, and they got to watch all these cool things. And when I babysat them, then I got to watch whatever. But so at 369. 24, 33, 40, and sometimes 45. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know what that show is. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because we call him Ricky Schroeder because we call him because of.
That's all we could watch.
Oh, did you watch Ricky Schroeder?
Yeah, well, there was a show.
He couldn't get that one. He couldn't get that one.
I knew who Ricky Schroeder was because I did get the Teen Bop magazine.
Yeah, I love Teen Bop.
Yeah.
Yes. I never worried about my kids being bullied or getting upset over that because they were raised in like our family's rough, like with each other. It's like our biggest thing is to make fun of you the minute it happens. So our kids were very resilient when it came to like that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, and they'd be like, bam, pop back. My poor husband got thrown into that with 3 quick-witted people who were just like, he would finally just go, shut up, to all of us. Like, we'd get on a group text, and he couldn't even type faster than we'd be pop, 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 pop,
So I remember, like, Avery, my youngest, was, like, the one that just would not listen. Like, I could talk to her and be looking at her, and she's like, she was the kid that, like, thought that if she didn't make eye contact that she couldn't hear me or she could ignore me or, whatever. So I did this thing where I would get her little chin, and I'd like, squat down on... And I'd be like right in front of her, and I'd be like, look at me. And she'd be like, and I'm like, look at me. And then she'd look at me, and then I'd tell her either what she did wrong or I'd get onto her for whatever it was. And I did that so much. And I did it like with them gritted teeth. Look at me. You're going to look at me. And so I did it so much that she would do her baby dolls that way.
Oh, Braden used to go to plants. Like, we'd always do their hand. That's a big Cajun thing.
Yeah.
Pop them. We'd do that, and he probably, so when he'd go to touch my mother-in-law's plant, he would put his hand in there and go,
just go do it for me.
So bad.
That's hilarious.
I think my kids still hum like themselves to sleep because it's like like our family's deal. We would all rock. Even like when we do it, like I'd be humming Braden or Cade to sleep, and my Aunt Ginger would fall asleep. because it was so done to all of us so much. It's that all of us just started going like this, like just it was like we'd rock ourselves to sleep. But we hummed. We had to hum.
Being a parent will teach you a lot. It will humble you a lot.
Yeah, it does.
And it will,
because they're there to embarrass you.
100%.
Yeah.
But they think that we're there to embarrass them.
That my parents were both very good about that. Like my parents still are very good about that, and it's taught me that I don't get involved. I mean, sometimes they would in the very beginning. I don't want to be involved in it. I've learned that just kind of to be that's y'all. That's hard.
Well,
but yeah.
I mean, I've had to learn to not ask certain questions and not be super involved because I did want to know.
Now I did when they were younger. I wanted to know, but now that they're older, I'm just like, as long as they're safe and everything's good, I just kind of let it go.
No, I agree with that. But like I guess I very early on in their lives, I instilled in them about consequences of your choices because my dad instilled in me, and the advice that my dad gave me at a very hard time in my life is what I truly live by today. And I've instilled this in my kids. They've heard me say it a million times, is that you and only you have to answer for the choices you make in life. And if you can lay your head down at night and be okay with your decisions that you made, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. You've accepted your decision. Right. Now, there are consequences to all decisions. And so that is one thing that I have really tried to hone into them is like, well, I mean, you did this, but...
Oh, my oldest son is a scar tissue learner, girl. He gonna burn the hell up out of himself. Just, I did it. I'm sorry.
So how do you feel about having a granddaughter now?
I love it because she is a little sassafras, and it's a whole different thing. Like, I haven't been around little girls.
Yeah.
Like, except for my nieces. My nieces will come over, and I can remember Cheyenne, one of my nieces, she just graduated high school. She was 3 years old, and she was standing on the stairs. And she came down the stairs, and I was like, I wouldn't even know what to do with the little girl because all my nieces are these gorgeous, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, just beauty. They're unbelievable, all of them. And she sits on the stairs, and she looks at me, and I was like, what are you doing? She said, Aunt Jenny, I just need to wear your earrings. And I was like, you want my earrings? And she said, yes. So I gave her these little clip-on earrings, and she puts me in, and she looks at me, and she goes, so here's my number. Call me maybe. And I was like, what is happening? What happened? Like, because my boys weren't like that, I mean, Blitzkrieg Bop was Cade's favorite song. You like the Ramones at 2, They were a weird kid. Like, my kids loved, because I'm a music freak. So they're music freaks. So and I was like, I don't even know what she's saying. So then I have this little granddaughter that comes in, and like, she rules the roost. Yeah. She's me. Like, she is, like, sassy, and she's bossy, and I love it. And my son deserves every ounce of it. I love it. But
I can't wait to see how this goes.
Oh,
is he done having kids?
Yes. Yeah, Avery he was like, come get her. He always says, your feral granddaughter is here.
Yeah.
She's rough. I mean, she'll look at you. So, I mean, I think the raising children now compared to then is going to be so different.
I am nervous. I am nervous about my girls raising children just because the world is so crazy and different. Carly says she doesn't.
Kate won't have.
I remember before I got pregnant with Carly, because Carly was born 364 days after 9/11 attack on the U.S. So I wasn't pregnant with her when 9/11 happened. And I remember that day. Everyone remembers that day so vividly, every minute of that day.
I was 8 months pregnant with Kate.
So we weren't married very long. And I was like, I'm not having kids. I am not bringing kids into this crazy world. I'm not about to raise kids because, my mind is we're going to be,
Right. That's exactly what we thought.
And so, and then, wasn't that much longer later, I'm finding out I'm pregnant with her. And of course I'm so thankful, but like, I can remember being scared because our world was so upside down, and our world has always been upside down. And here's the thing, the world is going to always be upside down because
it's just how it is.
It's the world.
Yeah, the devil's out.
It's that I won't get into a preaching sermon, but message me if you want more. But anyway, so then Avery come along, and it was, I knew, okay, my pregnancy with her was so horrible that I'm like, I am never, this body will not be pregnant again. So that was when I knew I was done having kids. And I'm thankful, because I think that it was great. But I can't imagine if that were like, I found out I was pregnant today. It's scary. I'm saying is that there's just so, when you think about our generation and how much the world has changed and evolved just in our lifetimes, compared to previous generations in their lifetimes, and then what has evolved just in the last couple of years with AI and all kinds of stuff, and our kids, like,
you won't know what your grandbaby looks like unless you see him in person. They AI him.
Well, they're that. But like, it's scary. It's so scary, but I think I felt scared 24 years ago. If my kids are scared today, like, it's just that's life. That's normal. To reproduce is a scary thing, But I know this from my core, is that if God wants that child to be born, it's going to be born.
I will say my kids saved my life.
Yeah.
Like, they did, because I was very driven, and I was very business driven. I don't know if anybody could tell that at all. Like,
yes, we can.
I'm very business driven, and I just wanted to be like that businesswoman and go out and do that. And like, God knew, He was like, I'm just gonna have to surprise her. I'm gonna have to hit her with it.
There's that.
And then when I had Braden, I wanted 4, and then I had Caden, said we're stopping at 2.
There you go. Yeah.
So that was it, and I'm thankful because they were my greatest blessings. They were my greatest accomplishment altogether.
Oh, for sure, mine too. Yeah. And there's people who know me and know a lot about me. I do have a son that is 30 that I got pregnant at 16 in high school, and I gifted him in adoption, and I'm so very thankful for his adoptive parents and all of those things. But God really had my attention during that time, and I honestly believe He saved my life.
Right.
But I'm thankful that I was able to give him to a family that could give him what I couldn't give him at 16 years old. And so my thing with my girls growing up with them, raising them, is that I was so, Lord, I don't care what happens, but please do not let my children repeat the cycle of unplanned pregnancy, and especially teen pregnancy. Like, I was petrified when they said that they were girls. I was petrified because I did not want them to walk the road I walked. And statistically, if you look at statistics, history repeats itself.
Yeah.
And so I was so just determined that they were not going to get pregnant in high school. And thank God they've gotten past that. And now I'm determined that, they're going to have children when they want to. But ultimately, everyone knows that you don't necessarily always have kids when you want to have kids. It's when the Lord sees fit that you have children. But at least, I think that if that's the one thing that I'm the most proud of, is that I've instilled in my children about the choices that you make having consequences.
Absolutely.
And that is, that is that. So, yeah.
Well, I hope it helps some of you moms out there.
I do too.
And if you have any questions for us, just let us know for sure, because we've both been through, one with 2 boys, one with 2 girls, and we've gone through
divorces.
Stage.
We've gone through single mom part of it.
Every stage.
Sleep deprived newborns, all of it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And a child with children, that's a fun one too. That you get pictures of things of like, what is this? Is this rash? What is this? What color? Why is this vomit this color? You'll just, it's great. Let us know, because we can do that. I mean, all the things.
You don't need Chat GPT. Call Jenny.
Yeah, you don't need Chat GPT. Call Mom. She knows everything.
Everything. Yeah.
So, and I'm like, you may want to see a pediatrician, because I didn't get my doctrine.
Yes.
So,
there's that.
But we'd love for y'all to follow.
Yes.
Like, subscribe.
And share. Tell your friends. And hopefully you guys will stay tuned for our next episode of Read Between the Soul Signs.
Bye.
Bye.